Hey guys, and welcome back to Southern Tip TV. Today I'm going to show you how to make these great Philly cheese sliders. They're cute, they're finger food, they're great for parties, as well as no hassle dinners. Here's all what you'll need. I'm going to start by kind of slicing up my onions. I normally only need one, but I have two small ones, so I'm using both of them. If you have a large one, just use half. If you have a medium, just use the whole thing, or do it to your taste, whichever one. Alright, I am going to clean out the inside of my red and green bell pepper, removing all the seeds and all the inside stuff, and just cutting them into strips and putting them with the onions. Don't forget to save the other half. You can always use it for dinner or a sandwich or whatever you like next. Now this is optional. I wanted some mushrooms, so I'm only going to use half of an 8-ounce pack. You don't like mushrooms, just leave it out. It's not going to really change the flavor at all. Alright, I'm going to add my 1 tablespoon of olive oil over a medium heat, and then I'm going to add my 1 tablespoon of butter to the pan and let that melt. Once the butter has fully melted, I'm going to just add the vegetables by themselves and let them cook down until they're just about tender before I add the meat. Now that the vegetables are tender, I'm going to go ahead and add my ground beef. I'm going to cook that thoroughly and then set it aside in a colander to drain the grease while I get started on getting the bread prepped and ready. Don't forget to season to taste the ground beef with the black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and of course a little bit of salt and the Italian seasoning. Just do it to taste. Be perfect that way. Now that your ground meat is draining, let's go ahead and prep your Hawaiian buns. I'm actually smearing mayo all over both sides of the buns. I normally used to always do butter, but I read about using mayo. I've tried it. I love it. It toasted the buns nicely and it got the cheese all nice and ooey and gooey and melting, delicious. So much faster than butter. So I'm going to continue using it. But if you want to go ahead and use some melted butter or whatever, go ahead. That's fine. It's totally perfect okay. It's going to come out amazing. After thinly applying the mayo, I'm going to go ahead and line the bottom half with 6 slices of provolone cheese. Alright, my ground beef has drained. I have my provolone slices lined, so I'm going to go ahead and spoon as much as I can onto the sandwich bread. It doesn't matter if you have a little bit left over, you can just sit there and melt some provolone cheese and just eat it like that. I have many a time. Still delicious. Alright, now that you have added all your meat, go ahead and layer the remaining provolone slices. If you want extra cheese, definitely get a second pack. They didn't have a second pack, otherwise I would have put a lot more cheese on it because I'm a cheese fanatic if you don't know by now, but I may do. Alright, once you've done that, go ahead and add the top of your Hawaiian bread back on. I have to be super careful because I cut mine all kinds of wonky. I'm going to put some melted butter over the top just so it'll crisp up a little bit, and then I'm going to season it with some Italian seasoning. After I finish that, I'm going to add it to a 375 oven and bake for 15 minutes. If the cheese is not melted, I'm going to put it back in for 5 more minutes until the cheese is melted. I repeat as much as necessary. Alright, it's been 15 minutes. Let me get my oven mitts on and we'll check it, and hopefully the cheese will be melted and I don't have to put it back any longer. And my cheese has melted. My sliders are ready to eat. And there you have it. Simple, easy, hardly any effort dinner that will just wow everyone with how delicious it is. Click the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget the notification bell and set your preference to see more videos from this channel. See you in the next video, guys.